Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell, I'm back to my old self, so we're going to be back into making lots of videos. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation wear test. The foundation wear test I'm doing is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I do not have the full size, I have a little sample size, and this is in the shade 210. So I have not tried this out yet, so this is like a first impressions, and then I'm going to do a check-in at the end of the evening so you guys can see how the foundation wears for me. I do have dry skin, and this is claiming to be a soft matte long wear foundation. So matte typically means for like oily skin or normal skin, so it's not typically for dry skin, so I don't have high hopes for it. So, but I still want to try it because I have a sample, and maybe this is something that might work for us. We don't know until we try it, right? So those of us with dry skin, you never know, so it's always a gamble. So what I do know is that this is a water-based foundation, so you want to use a water-based primer with it. So the primer I'm going to be using is the Coconut Skin by First Aid Beauty. So this is the Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer, and this is a water-based foundation. So I'm going to be using this for my primer for today. I'm going to be hydrating pretty well because it's considered a matte foundation. So I'm going to put quite a bit of primer on here because you guys know my dry skin will eat it up, so it's going to be no problems. I like this foundation primer because it smells really, really good. And it's got just a slight tint to it, but the tint doesn't stay on your skin. So I really do like this primer. I think it smells so yummy. I'm going to zoom you guys in closer once I start doing the foundation, because what I'm going to do is do this close up, and then at the end of the evening I'll show you guys how it wears for me and everything like that. And then if you guys want me to do another wear test using this, as long as we have enough foundation, we can try it using different tools. I just rather do it all in one setting because I don't like doing half one face, half the other, because it doesn't work out so well for me. So, because by the end of the evening, sometimes I forget which side is which. That's a good thing and that's a bad thing. So, but if you want me to try it more than one time using different tools or maybe a different primer or something like that, you guys can just totally tell me, because I will totally do it as long as we have enough foundation to try it out again. So now this is hoping that this foundation matches. So this is the shade, like I said, 210. So let's see what it looks like. So let's see what their claims are. It says medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. Coverage, oh, that's a different language. Okay, I don't want to read that part. So here's what the little vial looks like, and it's pretty much just a 0.2 fluid ounce container. So that's actually quite a big container. So it tells me to shake it. So we're going to shake it up here quick. Shake it up. Hoo, hoo. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so it's shook, and then I'm going to take and pump out 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and there's what it looks like. And I think we're going to have plenty to try this out many different ways. So if you guys want to try it out different ways, we have plenty here. So that was a very generous size of a sample there that they gave out. I'm very appreciative of that, because sometimes you get a sample and it's like one of those little sample cards and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is good for concealer, but that's about it. I can't do foundation with it. So now I'm just going to take my little beauty blender and I'm going to bop it in. Oh, let me zoom you guys in. I almost forgot. You guys are really far out, so let's zoom you in so you can see my skin. This is actually a pretty good color match. Wow, I'm actually pretty impressed by the color match so far. So far, so good, and it's got really good coverage. Look at the coverage to that sucker. I don't think this is, so far, not feeling any more matte than the Kat Von D, the Lock-It foundation. The Lock-It foundation feels very heavy and mask-like, and this one doesn't feel so heavy and mask-like. So far, I am actually liking this. But this is first impression, so I'm just now applying it. That can change all in like 5 minutes as soon as it starts to settle into fine lines and things like that. If it does that. Alright, let's make sure we get it in their little nose areas, since I've been wiping my nose so much. That's like the worst part about getting a cold. You look like a Rudolph for a while. So let me scoot down a little bit so you can see the top of my head. You guys are missing the top of my head. I got new chairs for my beauty room, so now you guys won't hear the squeaking anymore, which sometimes sounded like I was tooting. So at least that's better. I don't know, I'm really liking this. And it doesn't seem like you have to work super fast with it. I mean, you need to work, it seems like, kind of fast, because it's starting to dry on my forehead already. But not like the Kat Von D. The Kat Von D, I think you have to work like very diligently, very quickly with that. So, I don't know. So far, I'm kind of liking it. So far, it's so good. I don't know. What do you guys think so far? And like I said, the color match is Well, at least I know what color to get if this does work out for me. So this is, like I said, shade 210. So if you are the same shade as me, and I am in the shade, I'm like a medium beige, or like a light beige, I'm sorry. So I can tell you some other shades to foundations later on, so if you want to try to do a comparison, or if maybe you just want to ask me if you're interested in this shade. Okay. My ears are very red again. My doctor told me that was a sign of having a fever, but I don't know. My ears seem to be red a lot, so I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, so here's what it looks like. And I'll get as close as I can to you guys so you can see my skin and all its imperfections. And that is with one coat. One layer. Is it one coat? One layer? I have no idea. So there it is. Honestly, let me look up close. I don't think it looks bad. I really don't think it looks bad, honestly. I'm not unimpressed. And I think the color match, like I said, I'm really impressed by the color match. Not too shabby. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put another layer on just because I like to sometimes, like, let's see how buildable it is. So that's always another good test. So I'm just going to take one pump this time, and I'm just going to dab that in any places that I really want more extra coverage. Basically, my cheeks is where I really want the extra coverage because that's where I have all of my acne scarring. Okay, so now I'm just going to, wow, yeah, this definitely builds up. I mean, this is pretty full coverage here, guys. Like, but it doesn't feel full coverage. Like, if I do 2 layers of the Kat Von D, I can feel it. It feels almost mask-like. I don't know. So far, this is a winner. And you guys know my dry skin. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I wish we were live right now so I could hear your opinions. I need to figure out how to do live. I need to figure that out. That would be pretty awesome. What do you guys think? Do you guys want me to do a live video? Let me know what kind of video you'd like to do live, and then maybe we'll try to figure that out and see if I can set that up. If you'd like to do maybe a Q&A live, or just a get ready with me live, or I thought about trying Periscope. If any of you guys are on Periscope, let me know, because I thought about trying to do maybe a get ready with me on Periscope. That might be fun. I know Jen from Jen Loves Reviews, she does a lot of get ready with me's on Periscope, and I really love her get ready with me there, because it feels like you're just sitting in her room with her while she's getting ready. So I kind of like that. Okay, cover up my little. This is my newest friend on my face, who is an uninvited guest on my lip of all places. Okay, let me see how it looks. I think we have her all blended in. Whoops, I almost dropped the mirror. Don't need that bad luck. Okay, I think it's all blended in. Let me take it up this way a little bit more, and down my neck just a little bit more. Yeah, it's blended. Okay, so I'm going to get close to you guys again so you can see. This is 2 layers, and my skin how it looks, and then my forehead how it looks. So, and around my eyes. So that is immediately after I've done it. And what I typically do, and I know not everybody does this, but because I do have very dry skin, I like to, first of all, use a primer, and after I've used a primer and after I've used foundation, I like to go in with something like this, which is my Laura Geller Spackle Mist. I like to kind of layer it, like sandwich it all in, so that it really lays nicely. So I'm just going to put a couple squirts of that on. Hopefully I didn't spray you guys. Did you get wet? Okay, so now I'm just going to let that dry. And I'm going to see how that looks. See if it made any kind of difference to it. And I don't see any difference, which is good. So it didn't like break it apart or anything. So I'll zoom back. I'll come back in closer so you can see that it looks like there's nothing different to it. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting my face on, and then I'll come back and check in with you guys after I finish putting my face on so you guys can see the finished makeup, and then we'll do a check-in later this evening so that we're there. You know how long this makeup wears? Right now it is, oh, my battery's almost died. Right now it is 12:53, which is kind of late in the daytime to be getting ready, but when you've been sick for a while, things start to kind of run behind. So it's 12:53 right now, so I will check back in later on with you guys. All right, hang tight. Okay, guys, I finished getting ready, so all of my makeup is on. So I have finished everything, and so far this foundation is holding up really well. Everything applied very nicely on top. I am actually really enjoying it. The only thing I can see is that my typical love for my primer underneath here, not my primer, but my concealer. Actually, no, you know what? This is the NARS one, so that might not be the foundation. That might be the NARS that I used to think I loved, but I'm not so sure I love it anymore. So that's the only problem I see with it. So it's not even the foundation. I think it's the concealer that I use. The concealer is not working out so well for me. But the foundation itself is wearing very nicely. My skin still has a healthy glow to it, even though I do have dry skin. So that's really important. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see a close-up. And right now it is 126. So let me zoom you in so you can see what it looks like. So there is all of my imperfections that I have going on. And here's my under eyes. As you can see, the concealer underneath my eyes is not doing so well. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then there's my forehead. So there's my forehead lines. These look a little more prominent. It looks like it might be settling a little bit right there. Do you see that looks like it might be settling a little bit right there. So that looks like it might be an issue for later. So we'll just have to keep our eye on that. And it's only been about an hour. So if it's already starting to settle like that, that's not good news. I'm not going to add any other kind of makeup to my makeup that I already have on. Looks like I'm smeared there. I'm not going to add any other kind of makeup to the foundation that's already existing other than what's on right now. The only thing I might do is maybe, let's go ahead and do it now. I'll go ahead and blot this in to see if that helps a little bit. Sometimes just taking your beauty blender and kind of blotting it in a little bit right here like that seems to really, really help. So let me just do that real quick while you guys are watching, and then I'll zoom you back in so you can see if it made a difference. And that's the only thing I'm going to do. So let me zoom you back in so you can see if it made a difference in your opinion. So there it is now. And it does make a difference if you do that. So it's not huge though. These lines are very, very prominent though in my forehead. So these are a little bit harder to disguise. A lot of foundations seem to kind of like make that a little bit more prominent. That's why I call them my hot dog pack. And that's why I think I may be cutting bangs back in for myself. Just because I feel like I need to cover that up. What do you guys think? Bangs or no bangs? I'm thinking about giving myself bangs again. Not sure if I want them or not, but I just feel like I need something to help cover them up, and I'm not going to do the Botox route. So anyway, that is the first check-in so you guys can see my laugh lines look a little bit more prominent too. Is that your laugh lines? Is that your smile lines? What is that? Notice that now. I'm noticing that looks a little bit more prominent with this foundation. Do you see that right there? I don't know. That looks a little bit more prominent. Nothing extreme though. Those lines to me are, I don't know about you guys, but somebody's lines around their eyes, that's a sexy line in my opinion. I love when I see a man with lines right there. Oh my gosh, that's like it just makes me happy that they have those lines because those are smile lines in my opinion, because when you smile your eyes kind of squint up, so that's smile lines in my opinion, even though they're probably not called smile lines. Anyway, I'm going on a ramble. So anyway, that is the first check-in, so I hope you guys are enjoying the foundation check-in so far. So like I said, I will check back with you guys. I'm going to give it like 6 or 8 hours. Probably more along the lines of 8 hours. That way there, it's like a typical work day. So far we've got about 45 minutes. So we got another 7.5 hours to go. And then I'll check back in with you guys and let you guys see the final check-in so you can see how it held up throughout the day. And then I'll let you guys know how it worked for me throughout the day. Like if I had to do anything specific to make it work any better or any worse or whatever like that. So hang tight guys. I'll be right back with you guys in YouTube time, but in real time it's going to be a couple hours. 7 hours, 7.5 hours approximately. So anyway, hang tight guys. Hey guys, it was 1:30 when I first put it on, and now it is, let me see, my watch is actually dead. I forgot to charge it. Good job, Tuff. It's 9:45 right now. So I have had my makeup on for approximately 8 hours. It's actually been over 8 hours. So now we can kind of tell how this makeup did and whether or not it's actually good for dry skin or if it's bad for dry skin. I've got my workout clothes on. I'm getting ready to go into my gym and do a little bit of workout. Get my fit on. No, not really, but I want to go in there and work out. So I figured I'd come and film this quick before I take my makeup off before I hit the gym. So let me show you quick how my makeup turned out, or how it is still. So this is up close. So obviously I have another friend who decided to appear, which is awesome. But my skin does not look bad. The makeup does not look bad. My nose is a little right here where I've been wiping because, you know, I'm still fighting off my cold. But other than that, I mean, honestly, this foundation looks really, really good. I think it turned out really good. I mean, I don't see anything where there's like major flaws. It's not as much coverage right now as it was earlier, obviously. But I mean, even here, the lines, they didn't turn out so bad. I really think this foundation can be used for people with dry skin. I don't think it's necessarily for someone who has oily skin or normal skin. I think if you have dry skin, you can use this foundation. So oh, sorry guys, got you really close. So I'm really impressed. So I think it's a good one. I have to say, as for wear time, it's kind of wearing down, but I mean, it's been 8 hours, so it's typical, that's typical wear time. As for the way it makes my skin look, even though my skin is dry, I'm impressed. As for cost of it, it's like, what, $34 for an ounce of foundation? So that's not bad. That's actually a good deal. So I think this is a good one, guys. I think if you have dry skin and you were concerned about trying it out, I'd say definitely go into Sephora and get yourself a sample of it and test it for yourself. But I'm giving it 2 thumbs up because I think it's good. It worked really well for my dry skin. It didn't accentuate any kind of dryness. I don't see any dry patches going on. I think it looks good for being, actually it's been about, like I said, I put this on at what, 12:30 initially. So it's been 9.5 hours, or 9 hours, 9 hours, not 9.5. It's been 9 hours. So it did good. I'm pretty impressed. So I don't see anything wrong with it. Let me look at it up close in my mirror besides in my camera there to make sure that I don't see anything. Let's put it on zoom. Let's put it on the magnify. Oh my gosh. No, it is not bad at all. I think my natural oils, some of my natural oils, even us dry skin girls do have some natural oils. I think some of my natural oils kind of came through and that helped to make the makeup look a little bit better. And of course it didn't hurt that I used my setting spray. I used the Laura Geller setting spray, so that helped too. And then of course I hydrated my skin really well using the primer that I used. So I'd say 2 thumbs up, guys. I think if you're thinking about getting it and you have dry skin, totally go get a sample of it and check it out, because I think it's worth checking out at least, because there's so many different foundation shades to choose from. I think everyone's going to have a shade that they can work with. I did notice when I got outside, mine's a little too pink. So I think if I order this, I'm going to go maybe a step down. So I think I was looking at the numbers. I think I'm going to order 190, not 210, which, because the next below, which was 200, that one has a, sorry guys, I think that has a pink tone, and I don't want pink tone. I want either neutral or like a peachy tone. So in the one below that is a neutral tone. So I think I'm going to order 190. So if you guys are similar skin tone as I am, and you typically wear different shades like I do, then 190 seems like it may work the best for me. I'm going to get it and I'm going to test that out and to be positive, of course. But I think that's the shade that I'm going to need, because this one I felt like was a little too dark and a little too pink for me when I was outside. Of course, you know, in the car mirrors, those lights are going to give you the best. They're the best judges, because they're going to show you every flaw, every different kind of mistake that you've made with your makeup. So, and obviously I could tell that my foundation wasn't matching exact. So I think 190 might work. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little foundation wear test. So this is going to be my new Friday series, and I'm only going to do favorites on monthly favorites. I'm not going to do Friday favorites anymore, so it's going to be foundation Fridays. That way there we can test out a new foundation every Friday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what foundation you'd like for me to try next, because I've got a drawer full of them. I'm not going to go buy any new foundations. I just want to show you guys how it wears on my skin. And if that way there, if you have similar skin type as to me, which is dry and acne prone, then you know which ones might work for you too. So let me know which one you'd like to see next. I know I want to do the Tarte one. I've already tried it for myself, but I want to show you guys how it works. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.